With brownfield development, the unknown of the environmental conditions is usually a barrier to getting things started. So the money that comes in from the state is good seed money. In the end, it's mostly private sector money that makes these things happen, but the state and federal money helps to eliminate some of the uncertainty about the environmental contamination.
This is a chance to take a site that's been abandoned for a long time and to put it back into use. Use that's going to create jobs, initially construction jobs, and then long-term employment. And it means a tax base for the community too, for the school district and for the local communities as they're struggling for ways to make ends meet. This is going to be a real shot in the arm. I said before, it's great. It's the sons and grandsons of the folks that used to work on these sites now reclaiming these sites so that their kids and grandkids have a chance to stay in Pittsburgh and work and get good jobs.
We're working on an EPA-funded project right now to look at a life cycle assessment of brownfields versus greenfields. And we're finding that we're looking at residential developments and finding out over the life cycle planning horizon of a piece of property, brownfields turn out to be much friendlier for the environment from a carbon emissions standpoint. In order to be a success, to realize brownfield developments as a success, the community really has to get behind the brownfield. The community really has to have the staying power, the persistence, and the leadership and that champion to survive the ups and downs of the process.
This was a real partnership between the public and private sector that's so important to see development in Western Pennsylvania, to see local governments work with state and federal governments, to see the private sector partner with the public sector to get things done, to deal with some of these environmental issues and the liability issues that keep private development from happening on these brownfields.
For instance, I'm working on a Department of Labor funded job training program and another EPA-funded job training program too. And it would be great to connect these dots too, to take the graduates of those programs and get them to work on the cleanup of some of these brownfields, or be the construction workers that help to bring the new buildings up out of the ground.
We have to work together. It doesn't matter what your party is, it doesn't matter what level of government. If we don't cooperate with each other and have a partner in the private sector, these things don't happen. So I think it's the love of the region. This is a place where we put down roots. Our parents and grandparents did, and we want our kids to put roots down here. And so it sort of forces the community to come together and work hard to make sure we have opportunities for the next generation.